So what we're doing today is really talking about how has home design evolved and how does it meet our current needs, especially with a lot of the changes people are thinking of doing, maybe moving out of denser areas, getting out of city centers, maybe thinking that they're going to be working from home more, and so the commuting is not as significant for them anymore. And this really dives into a lot of different things like away rooms in a house, pocket offices, dual use spaces. And I think it really gets to that idea. People are thinking, well, I need more square footage. And I think really what people are looking for is more customized square footage than just simply larger spaces. Because a lot of times what ends up happening is you get a larger home, you're just taking care of more space, using spaces in the house less, where you can really, through design, make your house way more livable, way more enjoyable, and really serve your needs well. We're all dying for these larger gathering spaces. The large island in the kitchen, well positioned to the great room, well positioned to the dining area. But then you've got sound that travels. You've got that person working from home now while other people are living in the home. And the away room really is that space still on the main floor that you can go close the door. It becomes a great office during the day. Maybe it's the noisy TV room watcher in the evening. But it creates a separation between the open space on the main floor and the person still being on the main floor. And that really is that away room, which is really so important. We look at that often in the houses we design. You know, they've got modern wall beds, which really fit in well, which can be perfect for actually a home office desk that transitions to a bed for the 15 days a year that you need it. The other thing I think about is people want a larger home. Now, if people are moving out of a 1,400 square foot apartment, a 2,400 square foot home becomes a much larger home. And we also have people who are maybe moving from a 5,500 square foot home, and they're thinking, well, what square footage do I really need? And that's where I think you kind of put your ladder of priorities together as you're thinking about your house. Think about the spaces you want and think about what you're really looking for. Depending on what your budget is, you either spend your budget on square footage or you spend your budget on amenities. Or you kind of combine. You maybe say, hey, I'm going to have a little less square footage because I want a little nicer level of appliances or whatever. And that's where home design is so critical to meeting that need, the laying out of space, because somebody can have a 3,000 square foot home that doesn't live nearly as well as a 2,500 square foot home. And so again, if you can think about moving into that floor plan, think about how you're going to use it, you're really going to have a better value for your money as you start to evaluate the usage. And quite honestly, hey, there's the people out there with 5 kids, they need 5 bedrooms, period. It just is what it is. It's survival mode. But for people who are 2 or 3 or 4, you may want to think about, evaluate the square footage and where you're placing the dollars.